Sampson, the Loneliest Dinosaur, by me, my junior year of high school. In a room, in a house, on a street, in a city, was a quiet little village of a plush toy committee. They had gooses, they had mooses, they had ducks and goats and otters. They had crocodiles and alligators floating in their waters. But lonesome in the room, in a street, in a city, was a dinosaur named Sampson, all alone. What a pity. The kittens stirred about in a group that's called a clouder, but Sampson had no dinosaurs, just his bowl of chowder. The sheep were in the pasture, being herded near the steeple, all while Sampson was alone. He hadn't met his people. He cried and cried out to the masses,
"Am I all alone?"
The people just felt sad for him. They'd tell him if they'd known. Just as Sampson lost all hope, the bus had come to town. Once a year would drop off toys which once were lost, now found. He read aloud the words upon his tag, Manhattan Toys, and looked into the crowd to see the other girls and boys. He read the tags of Tie Inc., Mary Baby, and Mattel, but didn't see the matching words that his tag did spell. He searched and searched and searched through every single lad and lady, so he walked up to the bus and asked the driver, Sadie,
Sadie, could you tell me, did you see a dino?"
"I don't recall, but we certainly had dogs and frogs and rhinos."
Sampson almost gave up hope. But when he raised his head, out the window he could see a tail that was red. He focused in and read the tag to see what it would say. Manhattan Toys, he saw the text. Yes, it was clear as day. He ran out of the bus and ran into the crowd.
"Did anybody see that dino?"
Sampson screamed aloud. He spun around in circles to try and get a better look, and when he saw the tail, it was headed for the brook. He left the crowd behind him and followed in its trail. But what he wound up finding made his face just turn all pale. Grizzly bears and polar bears and sun bears and a sleuth. Sampson shaked and shivered out of fear. Yes, that's the truth. The leader of the pack was big and blue and tall and hairy. "I'm the leader of this pack. They all call me Blueberry."
Blueberry, was a dinosaur just here?"
Sampson said this bravely, trying not to show his fear.
A dinosaur!
The big blue bear just groaned.
"If a dinosaur was here, I surely think I would have known."
Sampson wondered if this bear would help him find his dino. So he thought just for a minute, and then he said, "Oh, I know.
Blueberry, with your voice we'd yell for my friend louder. And in return, I'll make you my classic yummy chowder."
The big blue bear thought for a minute, then he nodded yes. And the two of them were side by side and started on their quest. They shouted loud and looked around and got to water's end, but what they saw was not exactly the species of his friend. Trumpet sounds from big gray mounds and splashing in the waters. Elephants in herds were playing with their sons and daughters. An elephant had seen them, and he quit playing his game. The elephant walked up to them and said, "Bobo's the name." The dinosaur, now with the bear, explained the situation. How Sampson saw a dinosaur walk here from Sadie's station. The elephant just scratched his head. "There isn't one about, but I hate to see a kid so lonesome. Sure, I'll help you out." The group of three climbed up a tree to get a better view, and Sampson started to remind them what they're here to do.
"I didn't see his body, but he has a big red tail."
Bobo blurted out, "Is that him walking down the trail?" The three of them ran toward him to a stable near the farm. Dinos? No. But pigs were basking in the mud with charm. Sampson looked confused. He could have sworn he saw him near.
"What are you doing?" one piggy said, "and make your reasons clear."
"Little piggies, have you seen a dino in your mud?"
"Dinos? No, just little piggies. Now beat it, bud."
Sampson filled with rage and started clenching both his fists.
"Now listen here, you'll help us or you'll wish you didn't exist."
All right, I'll help you. Goodness, no need to demean. How about my son can help you, Sampson? Meet Eugene."
Around the corner came a piggy who was small and cute and round. And Sampson asked the piggy,
"Have you seen my friend around?"
"Was he big? And was he red? And did he kind of look like you?"
Sampson squealed,
"Oh, finally! A dinosaur! Woohoo!"
The little piggy looked confused.
"A dino here? No, never.
I was talking about our brand new record-breaking pepper.
Sampson's smile was quickly turned into a teary frown, and as he cried, the world around him didn't make a sound. Blueberry and Bobo and Eugene had broken hearts to see their brand new friend have his dreams all torn apart. Sampson felt all different now, much sadder than before. He walked away to process it without his group of four. All alone again was Sampson, all alone for good. But as he wandered, a familiar face stood where he stood. A big red tail, a big red horn, and a tag the same as his. A matching face with matching eyes, just how a brother is.
Hi, is your name Sampson?
Asked the dino with a stutter.
Yes, oh yes it is.
Sampson began to mutter.
Sorry, I've been searching far and wide for you today.
Sampson said.
Well, so have I. Now I feel no dismay.
Sampson had a family now, that sure is no lie. But there was still a question Sampson still had in his mind. Something big was missing in his mind. Yes, something missing. And at this time he stopped and started reminiscing. Sampson turned back to his friends and smiled ear to ear. His family was never missing. They were always here. Thanks for watching. Kiss me on the mouth. Good night. I love you.